Hey, I was going to say good morning, but it might not be for you. So we have 821. It's just one section in 8.2 point something. There's not an 8.2.2 in here, and it just talks about statistical questions. This one will be kind of a little bit of a special lesson. I encourage you to just kind of take a moment to read through that first part because it really talks about statistics and just kind of gives you some good background information on statistics and statistical questions, which is basically collecting data and sharing that data. So we have one core problem, and then you have one thing that you need to do on Canvas for your in-class work. It's a pretty quick or nice one, I guess you could say. And then what you're going to do is go to then you can just finish your homework, okay? So in here it says, I'm going to start at that paragraph that we can see right above 8-71. Statistical questions are questions that have answers with variability. For example, how tall are you is not a statistical question because there's only one answer and you would not expect various answers. However, how tall are the students in your class and is a statistical question because you would get a variety of answers from students in your class. So, in 871, read a question below and decide if it is statistical. If it's a statistical question, if possible, reword the question so that it is a statistical question. I'm just going to give you the yes, no's. I'm going to allow you to kind of create your own different one. So for the first one, how old are you? This one's not going to be a statistical question. And the reason it's not a statistical question is because your age is your age. It doesn't vary. Vary meaning having many different answers or anything like that, depending on when I ask you. So if I ask you now or if I ask you in 5 minutes, your answer's not changing, right? Now, you could say, how old are all the students in the class? That would be a statistical question, right? Or in your family, that sort of thing, okay? But now I'm going to let you make sure that you reword and put a different one in here that is, okay? How many books each year did each student read in your school last year or whatever, right? The answer to that one is that is a statistical question because that's going to vary. You read so many, your neighbor read so many, blah, 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 right? What's your favorite color? That's going to be a no, and the reason that's a no is because that's it. That's your color, right? So then you could say something like, you could do again the class idea or your family, right? Favorite color of your class or whatever. So make sure you answer that question. How many days are there in a week? That is not a statistical question. Well, that's a tough one. How could you reword that one, right? How many days? How many days are in a week? This one you could say, how many days are in a chapter of CPM? Now that one would work, right? So put something down there. What is the batting average of a Major League Baseball player? That one is going to be statistical because it varies, right? One player will have a batting average like this, and another player has another batting average. And the assumption is you know what a batting average is. But trust me, because we're asking many baseball players, the answer to that is yes. How many points did the basketball team score during their last game? Well, because it's to the last game, that's a no. Now, could you say for the season and stuff? You bet. So you could say for each game, right? How much cereal is in a box of Tasty Squares? That one's no, right? That one is no because because this is a very specific box of cereal, right? Now you could say how much cereal is in the box of all the cereals, right? In the aisle or something like that, or how many pieces are in there, even though they should have the same amount. I'm sure that they're different, right? That would be a statistical question, okay? So put one there. How long does it take for a student in your class to get to school? because it's talking about many people, that's a yes, it is a statistical question. And then what is the capital of Maine? That is definitely a no, right? And because it's kind of like, what is the capital of Maine? It really can't be rewritten because you can't. That one would be that's an odd one. So we'll just say cannot be rewritten. Okay, cannot. So the last part I have for you today is this additional classwork, and the additional classwork for you today is you're going to submit 3 pictures with your assignment. And so the homework that you have below, you're going to go into Canvas under discussions. You'll just need to do the following. Your first post will be your best attempt at writing. So you're going to go in that discussions and you're going to make one post. You're going to write one statistical and one non-statistical question. Okay, so you're writing 2 questions. Then after you post, you need to comment on 2 other posts. So go to somebody else, some other student's post, and I want you to basically tell me what their statistical and what their non-statistical question is and why you believe that's the case. Okay, why do you believe that? So you're going to have to post 3 times. 1 will be the original post and 2 replies to somebody else. Okay, of course you can post as much as you want, but then you have 3 pictures. Just take screenshots, and the 3 screenshots can be the first one will be your questions, right? The second one is your first response, and the third one is your second response. Okay, so 3 pictures. That's it. Be sure to make sure that you're working on being proficient and robust, showing lots of work and all that stuff, and then answer that. Get that homework down below. Have yourself a good day.